I've increased the force feedback a little bit from 4 to 5. Um, it just feels a little bit better in terms of like feedback.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that you get. I mean, the force feedback needs to be good. The one that one that is good enough and you can feel its own and etc etc. But really dead today. Need a break? No,
Everybody needs a break, a vacation.
not a vacation, but just tired of driving every day somewhere. Like I wanna stay home. Wait, why
Yeah.
didn't I click join? Why didn't join? What the hell? Maybe I have the wrong settings. Yes, I see why. I'm gonna change this to this and this to this. I'm gonna jump in. Oh,
Can I start?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Nice and easy steering. You're going too much left and right. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit.
Yeah, the
Up.
tires were cold and it just slipped.
Find the turning zone, stay close to it, and just touch it periodically. You only
Yeah,
return a little bit to the right.
I mean, when the tires are cold, you start with the like perfect position, and then car just like slides away.
You will adapt eventually because you will have to adapt to cold tires and the hot tires.
Oops. Yeah. Like every time I'm doing a pause, like at least one day, it like 10 minutes. Just need to get used to the throttle and steering.
Take your time. There is no rush. There is no rush. Ethan Fitzgerald, how are you doing? I'm good, bro. Just my throat is a little bit scuffed because very cold in Bulgaria, especially in Varna. I don't know what happened, and I'm every day I'm driving somewhere with the car, and I guess it crossed me a little bit. I don't have a cold, luckily, but my throat is screwed over. Hi, Dancho. Dancho, since you're very active, I'll give you a moderator. Nice. Yes, now way better. When like you warmed up the tires, you touch gently. There you go. The only difference is that when the tires are cold, the car is more grippy, aka more aggressive, which will basically force you to be more reactive. But still, it can be, even with grippy cars, can be drove smooth to a certain point, of course. We'll reach to that when it's time to adapt.
Okay.
Good. Keep turning. Yes. Keep measuring gently, and again. Oh, wait a little bit. Now, when you see it's too much, now remember, when you turn the car a little bit more and you notice, and you make a pause, make the pause for 1 second, unless it's like very big over rotation that you caused, because the car then settles in. You are playing with a very small angle, and the car is constantly trying to straighten out on you. So the moment you stop getting the car to turn just little by little by little, what's gonna happen is you wouldn't notice, but the car has lowered the angle and you'll go wider, and that's why sometimes you'll go on the grass. But right now you're doing very good. You're doing the hardest donut, the biggest donut. You're not stepping over anything. This is the perfect line. It's great. I cursed you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
cursed you. But this is hard. Not many people can do this. Like, it's hard, bro. Everybody fails this. This is very hard. The biggest donut is very hard. Like, keeping constant rhythm. So once you've clicked the tempo, once you've clicked the what input and what frequency you need to do, then you got the rhythm. Now when you have this down, it's only the middle and the tight left.
There is a feeling like there are like a few meters till the edge, but in reality it's just like a few centimeters.
That's the thing. With theory, you build the knowledge, and you kind of start to get understanding when to do this, to do that. Like, but the practice will give you the feeling. So that's the extra information you get from the wheel, knowing exactly how it feels to be next to the turning point, like how are you on the edge of like the angle and stuff. So all this. Very good. Look for the visual cues. Front right next to the white asphalt, and the back to be driving over the black circle. Oh, very good that you decided to touch super lightly, but now you're gonna slingshot to the opposite side. So
Yeah.
that was very good what you did there, because any small extra movement that was a little bit too big would have get you to step over the curb and on the grass. Simply because when you get the car to rotate and the back steps out, there is raising the momentum temporarily. When this happens, just the inertia gets you on the grass and you're GG. So as long as you keep measuring and you drive over the black circle, you'll be good.
Okay.
It's big black circle. BBC. Now you know what BBC stands for.
Yeah. Oops. Okay.
The moment you can do 10 big circles without a problem, I know you have it.
Okay.
Good. Doing this, you might not notice, but it actually helps you learn how to turn and navigate the car when you later you gotta merge. So that's why I tell you guys, like, don't quit actually turn the car around. I didn't see benefit at the beginning, but then I realized, you know what? This is actually very, very helpful. Criden says bigger, bigger, crazy. No, bro. Look, big, black, circle. That's what he made with the skid marks. BBC.
Yeah, sometimes just like a few pokes are not enough and the extra one is too much. And then it over rotates. Yeah.
I had to take a call. A friend that was supposed to get his bus. The bus didn't show up, and now he can miss his flight. So, I guess as last sole resort of emergency after the coachings, I might have to fly to another city with the car and bail him
Okay.
out. I had to. Sorry, I had to answer this. So, let's see. Keep the same tempo, but I think, look, you know the inputs, you know the frequency. The problem is, I think what you're lacking at the moment, specifically, is knowing when to do how much of an input.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes like a few pokes are not enough and one extra is too much.
yes. So, how you know this is by learning the visual cues. So, I'm gonna think of something, how to explain it to you. We're gonna focus on the visual cues. Criden says you can call me Curry if you like. Criden is my Swedish nickname. I hope you pronounced it even correctly, bro. But yes, don't worry. So, what I want you to look at is, let me share screen. Maybe this will help you a bit more. All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna go F7. Now, do you see?
Yeah.
All right. So, imagine you're with your first person camera. Let's try to get in the car somehow. Okay. Now, you're in the car, right? Let's say
Yeah.
you're sideways. So, now you're sideways, and the front is like this position. And you're looking here. So, you want to keep this edge hovering over the white asphalt. And as the camera rotates with neck FX, you see like how the black skid marks are going like under the door. So like you want to make sure that the front is, you check this side and where the front is looking towards the white part of the asphalt, so you
Okay.
know the angle. Once you know the angle and you know the car didn't budge because you're constantly keeping the rhythm on the inputs the same, that means you keep the same line. It's the same. Look, what the angle, if you keep one angle all the time, it's going to drive you in the same line, the same pattern. It's not going to change. So, and you only make sure that the back of the car is over the black skid marks and the front is next to the white, or a little bit over the white. That's all. So like this part and the A pillar tells you this. So like you look at this, the front of the car here, next to
Okay.
this A pillar, and then you look towards this side.
Yep. I've tried to play with the VR. It's much easier to feel like where your car is placed. The only like downside is that you need to get used to VR because I just can't play like more than like 10 minutes in VR. Then it's just like
Yeah, I understand you.
yeah. So the head is not used to like to VR. So you feel like you're rotating like in the car, but you're staying at the same place. So it's just like
It's a bit, yes, it's a bit different. Like you get used to, once you get VR and you play a few times, you get used to move the head yourself. VR is very good. VR is very good. Well, you're pretty close. Better than most. Probably the pronunciation I am getting wrong. Maybe I had to hit on a specific letter or something, but like, is it Criden? I'm not sure exactly. Or maybe in some countries, some of the letters are not pronounced. Maybe the
Yeah.
K is not
Maybe
pronounced. It's
like
written.
small pokes are not good in some cases. Just need to do like
You can
smooth, but
you can continuously turn left, nice and slow, until you see it goes where. The small pokes are only when you want to maintain. You've got the angle right, everything is good, and then you just keep it there. That's it, like you're chilling. Because you only keep it there. When you need a little bit more, you could always turn a little bit deeper. Yes, like this. But you could do it nice and easy. So how you react is how the car reacts. You react fast and aggressive, the car is gonna budge, like very disgustingly. So you see, that's exactly how I mean. You go nice. So the problem is why the car wiggled like this is because you went slow left, but you went too fast to the right. So the car reacts. Nice and slow left and slow right. You see what I mean? So go slow,
yeah.
just relax. If you're tense, the car is tense because you control the car.
Okay.
So, Kriden, how's your day? How are you doing? I hope that you can learn a thing or two from the stream. That's why I decided to stream these sessions. Good. Yes, and now you're just chilling. You have the perfect angle, you have the perfect line, you just keep the angle, keep the line, that's all. Something happens, you gotta turn a bit more, like now, you have to turn more. Look, it happens to anybody. You think I don't fly out when I haven't drove for a while and I go to the donor, I'm like, holy cow, I've gotten shittier, you know? I can go and drive the turbo cars, but when I go to the donut, it's like something has escaped my mind, so... It happens to everyone. It happens to anybody. Like especially when you do the donor for a longer time, you start to get too comfortable, and you start to pay a bit less attention, and that's where like you start to fly out and stuff.
Yeah. That was already an ellipse instead of a circle.
You can always overcorrect it. Don't worry. You can always turn big. Just because, look, just because I am very against, big yanks and stuff doesn't mean there's no... Look, anything that is considered bad is actually useful in certain scenarios. So... So when you have to turn big, you can turn big. The most important part is how you turn. And with experience, you'll start to see a few seconds ahead of you. And you'll be able to pre-correct. You'll see that, oh crap, I'm on a wrong line. Make sure you lock your eyes on the hood of the car. And you just, with your peripheral vision, you look to the side. Now you're going out. Because the front started pointing to the right. The car is now on the black skid marks. So you want to be looking towards the white asphalt.
Yeah.
The moment the whole car goes on the BBC, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I want to lighten you up because you're too serious like today. I'm trying to you be so stupid, John. A bit left, left. Look where the front is. More left. Don't worry, you're good, you're good, you're good. It's good that you kept it stabilized. Don't worry. You can do big turn, just get the car where it needs to be. No, hi Drews. I hope you guys can hear me when I talk to Tony because my voice is a little bit off. My throat is scuffed. Doing good, that's why I'm hanging here. I need to hook up my Trustmaster to my computer, start driving. Yes, sir. It's better to enjoy some Saturday driving, get a tea, and have some fun. Good. Keep looking, keep always checking the visuals. The visuals will tell you how to measure, how much to measure. So you're measuring all the time. Good. I like that you kept stabilizing. You could have also done it a bit more, but that means the car would have straightened out a little bit more on you. Etitigana, where are you from? I'm from Bulgaria, brother. Do you drift IRL? Very soon. Hopefully next year. We'll save money and we'll do that. Send it. Hi, send it. How are you doing? Keep the visuals. Keep an eye on the visuals. It's shallowing up on you. See rotations dying. Oh. So, in this kind of scenarios, if you know you're close to the curb, you don't want to turn too sharp. Because when you turn too sharp, the back steps out. And when you know the back is on the verge of stepping on the grass, and you force the car to rotate too much, then this happens. The only way to actually get out of this situation is simply just steering yourself with the least bit of input. Keep going more. The rotation is dying on you. The car is shallow. Look, what's happening is that yes, you're adding a lot of frequent inputs to keep the angle the same, but actually the car is straightening out a little bit more, just a little bit, like 1-2 degrees probably more than what you're adding back, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
it actually overpowers you in terms of like straightening out, and you're losing the rotation. Very good. Keep. Well, you need more turn now. I can see it going out. Good. Keep it going. Turn more. Usually, Tony, I want you to remember, put it as a general rule of thumb. When you do a half a circle, expect the car to start like kind of straightening out on you. So, like, give or take, this momentum that you're creating is lasting half a circle. If this makes sense. So if you cut the donut in two, that's like the donut is just like two corners attached together, never-ending loop.
Yeah.
So imagine that your rotation is lasting for half the circle where you barely have to do jack crap, and then it starts to die on you. And that's where you actually need to add a bit more. You gotta be more active, the most active.
Okay.
So let's say your donut starts from here. On this side is your half circle.
So you mean starts here, or
Well,
where?
right after the initiation. You notice when the car starts shallowing up on you, that means you kind of know the drill where to expect it next. So you'll start turning the car a bit more earlier. See, this one is easier. You know why the biggest circle that you were doing, the biggest donut, is harder? Because you have no room for mistake. If you notice that when you do the biggest possible circle, like you're following the curbs, it's like you're driving on the limit. One mistake, you forgot to rotate a little bit more, whatever, and then you're screwed over. If this makes sense.
Yeah.
So now it's 25th. We have time to prepare you till around 15th, something like this.
Yeah.
How much horsepower you said is this car that you drive in real life?
About 200.
Okay, then we'll try a few cars I have in mind. I can close my eyes a bit more on the donut here. I can see that you can kind of hold the big one. Then we need to try to do some mergings and things like this. So, and then when you come back, we'll focus on mastering everything.
Yeah. This circle is like a prison.
It is. It is. This layout here is the most hated. Nobody likes the donut, but simply because But the truth is, I just use the donut because it's a never-ending loop, and I teach you all the techniques, and then you just keep going the next and the next. The problem is that you just get bored to death from this. Non-stop doing like left to right donut.
Yeah.
But it pays off. I mean, you start going to tracks, and you suddenly all of a sudden you know how what to do. Like you know how to control the car. You know how to do all these stuff. You're getting distracted. What are you thinking about?
A lot of things.
Okay, share with me. If it's not women that are distracting you.
No. I mean, like, it's hard to keep like focused on the donut, just like doing the same donut like
Just go through a list.
over and over.
Yeah, just go through a list. Like, what's the first thing? Okay, the starting position. Second thing, the initiation. You see, now you're doing better. But now, keep in mind, now you might be, you'll notice now, like, you have to turn the car like crazy. Simply
Yeah.
because the throttle's too low. When the throttle's too high, then your visuals change because the car rotated a little bit. So now you gotta pay attention to where you're at on the road. Good decision to turn in, but it was last second and the car pivoted. So if you want to go wider, hold on the counter steer a little bit, because if the car's over rotating, you can get it to rotate more, then you're gonna go tighter because you're tightening the trajectory. Because sometimes I do rotate too much as well. How you counter this? Hold on the counter steer. But keep in mind, any second that you hold on the counter steer, the car is straightening out. Yes, Juvis, I can send you the tune for the car, don't worry. You just have to increase the gear ratio. Yesterday I was completely dead, bro. Forgot, sorry. Very good. Keep turning, poke, look. Just measure it. Test it out. Again, run a little test. Keep going. More. Oh, chill. Good. That was good. You see, you did this all by yourself, like by instinct. You stopped. Because now, this is the drill, bro. It's about learning the feelings. So I give you the theory. I tell you where to look, what to do, whatever. We do the practice, and through the practice, you build these driving common sense and these feelings, and you start reacting subconsciously. You didn't even think about it, you just stopped turning. You went at counter steer, like right away. Because you notice, like, it's like a built-in pattern. Because this has happened to you before. You know the car's gonna over-rotate, whatever. And this pattern has built up visually, and also through a feeling through your hands, what you feel through the force feedback in your brain, and now you just react subconsciously. So it's all about us building these patterns. Okay, this situation happens, what you do. This happens, what you do. So this is why I'm running you to all this bullshit. Very good decision to turn. Rotation has died a little bit. Good. Keep measuring, you're going out. Remember, half a circle. Starts from now. Now it starts to die on you. Good. Now you can keep it like this. Hope it starts to die again. So you can think of the gap anytime you pass the bottom gap at the moment how you've set up the car to rotate, it starts to die right as you're reaching the bottom gap. Very good. Hold on the counter a little bit. There you go. Now you need a little bit bigger turn because you go out. Good. Hold counter. No, too much. Just one big turn and you wait a second and see where the car's going. No, don't need too much. It's like you run, okay, I'll give it a little bit of bigger turns, nice and slow, and I'll give it a check. See what happens, then I'll measure. Good. Hold. Now, there you go, the car shallow up. Sometimes you build a bit bigger angle, like now. Yes, exactly this. You hold on the counter, let the front come back a little bit because you built too big angle, and then you just catch it with the little pokes. Hold, don't worry, you can loop it, big turn. Good. Okay, chill again. And now, measured, you merge, don't worry. A bit bigger turn now. A hold, good. Holding on the counter still will push you wider. Look how many donuts you've done. So at least 10.
Yeah.
Might have not been perfect, but a lot of them, like 6, 7, you did like on the big donut without a problem. As long as it's only one tire out, it's good. Careful. Do small ones where... Oh. And when you know you've turned too big and you created momentum, you're going to go on the grass, you could always turn it sharply to just ditch the car away from the curb. It's the curb, the top curb that you got to be afraid of with the grass. You got to touch gently there. If you whip the car, then too much momentum, you got to fight in the inertia. Touch gently. Oh. Just by the time I said it. This was way better. But what was missing is information. You need information, you need some sort of visual cues, because look, without information, it's like, think of like, if you drive a small car, you have less information than driving a goddamn Jeep or a truck, because with the Jeep or the truck you're super high, you can see everything. So the more information you have,
it's different. On the SUV you have like less information than on the low car. Trust me.
How so? I mean, I drove a Jeep, and like, it's goddamn easy because I'm higher. I can see over guardrails and stuff that are put idiotically by the city. The side mirrors are big as fuck. I can see everything. Just because I'm higher, I can see other stuff.
But around you and around your car, you can see like for a few meters, just because the angle of view is like too high and you're like away from the ground.
Yes, of course, depends how big. Like we're talking about SUV type Jeep, like, but if it's a bus and a truck, it's a bit tricky.
Yeah, I'm driving like both cars. I am on the BMW. It's like 5 times easier to park. I can like enter like tight corners, like a few centimeters from the edge. on the Jeep you just can't do this stuff. You have a lot less of like feeling of where your car is placed on the road.
I understand. You mean the aspect of like when you're too high, and now you can't really. It starts to cover too much of the cars in front, the back. When there's a lower car. When you, yes, I understand what you mean. But for normal driving on the road is very easy. But when you have to park, it's probably a bit annoying. I get you. Because I think if you're taller than the other cars, you cannot use the rear mirror to like guide you. You gotta pray you have a camera or something.
Yeah. I mean, the closer you are to the tires, the more feeling of the car you have. Like on the Formula, they are just like near the tires, so they can like feel each rotation, everything.
Yes.
So
Absolutely, yeah. Let me see. I put with max speeds and it feels short anyway. Credence saying I like how he touches the grass with one tire, like he's showing off a little. No, he's not. He just forgets to rotate. Like where, like with the moment, what Tony needs to build is this understanding of the rotation and the visual cues. He needs to learn how to gain information from the visual cues and put it into practice and correct the car before it needs a correction. Because when you turn, the trajectory doesn't change all of a sudden. It's like drifting happens with a delay. You gotta act like a second or two earlier if you want to get the proper line. Coolio, bro, for learning and start drifting, which one is better, in car view or third party view? This, what you see is me spectating him. He's driving with first person. 100% car camera. I still drive from time to time with car inside car camera, steering wheel view, and I drove for years. Recently, I just changed to roof cam. And I still, when I'm lazy, just drive with the steering wheel camera. So, if you want to transition to real life, I strongly advise you set steering wheel camera and adjust your helmet. There, with the helmet application on board, I think was called onboard settings. Use this shit, and then adjust your view. So, if you have a real life car, you want to adjust your vision, because these cars are small. I barely fit in my Mercedes. I'm bigger, so I barely fit in my real life car. So my head is close to the roof, unless I start putting the seat down, which I don't like, because now I can see more on the front of the car and stuff when I park. Good. I think 70 would be nice. You're doing very good on 70. Of course, 70, 75 is like more forgiving. 80 is... with the problem with 80... Look, the problem with 70 is that it's too much grip. That means the car wants to shallow up a lot on you. And when it's... Bro, who the fuck is spamming the phone, you bastards? Like, on 80, you gain too big angle, or you're on the limit of the car. Like, any small mistake of the steering, you spin out. So you see, in one case, you're understeering, in other case, you might be oversteering.
yeah.
If this makes sense, so you gotta find the sweet spot. I think the sweet spot is 75, honestly. I think this is it, but we'll see. So, this phone is getting shut down because I'm tired of bullshit. Let's see what's going on. Bullshit phone. 75% roll on figure 8 is too slidey. What do you mean it's too slidey? I'm running 80-85 there, like, bro. I'm tossing the car with, like, max angles. Don't be lazy, monkey. You transition with lift off. Do lift off throttle transition. Don't do clutch kicks or anything else. Just... I don't know if I'll have time to drive today to show you, bro. Because I might have to go to Burgas to save somebody. There was a bit of a bullshit that happened to a friend. We'll see. Let me go grab some toilet paper. My nose is running. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I muted myself because, like, my nose is running. I don't want you to listen to my bullshit. Hey, it's been a while since I catch a cold and stuff, but I'm never sick. It's been years since I'm sick. I don't know how people get sick, but I guess people are fucked. But I mean, I do a lot of stuff, bro, like cold showers, this and that. I guess it builds your immune system a lot. And also, I don't like to dress up too much when I go out, but I guess yesterday was too much. Yesterday was too cold. There was a very strong wind. Sometimes it's not the temperature, it's the wind. I think the winds crossed me, like, it's all of a sudden started to get super windy. Oh, 2 tires out. Okay, now, remember, you gain information from where you see the cars looking, what angle you have, and remember, your goal is the black skid marks to pop on the right side window. So they're going under the car, and they're going to the back of the car. As long as the back of the car is on the black skid marks, you're good. The front should be next to the white asphalt, or a little bit on the white asphalt. So that's how you gain information. Now, once you double check with this visual information to confirm where you're at on the road and if you have the correct angle and so on, now you could start playing other stuff, which is then you start, like, focusing on your measuring and stuff like this. But you gotta always check your visuals. You always gotta measure with the wheel and so on. I mean, static 75% roll, only steering. I mean, only steering is challenging. Nah. Look, you usually don't do these mistakes. I think you got tired. The brain fogs definitely started to settle in. And as I usually say to everybody, is like, and I started to do these stupid mistakes when I was doing the Tokyo Drift consistency challenge yesterday, or well, which day was it? I forgot. Not yesterday, the other day. I have no idea when and what I'm doing anymore. Like, I'm losing my mind. But going up and down the track, is about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, depending what I do. And I had to do 10 laps. Then by the fifth lap, I started losing my mind. Because that's 40 minutes of non-stop up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is normal. And mistakes started to show up. Like your driving deteriorates. The brain fog is settling in, and also like heat, because the wheelbase emits heat, the computer emits heat, and my room became sauna. And heat is big factor as well. Big turn, but you gotta be careful. Ooh. So in this scenario, you need to counter steer very slow, or you could just stop at like you turn maybe 10 degrees, very little to the right, and you won't even want to counter steer. There's moment.
I've noticed this mistake about counter steering too fast, and
sometimes you just
I'm just need to get used to like counter steering like slowly, because I'm used to counter steering like fast to correct immediately.
I mean, yes. So you turn the wheel to get the car to rotate and gain angle, but also when you point the tires the opposite direction, there is a little whip, because once you point it the opposite direction, the back steps a little bit out as well, and that gives you some extra momentum. So you don't want, sometimes if you're on the edge of the curb, whatever, you don't want to push the back out more, because now you're gonna step over the grass and stuff. Ah. Bro, my throat is so bad. I might make another tea.
Do you have a lot of sessions today?
One more, but if I have to drive to Burgas, I'm not sure how much. Wait, let me see how much drive is this. I haven't gotten out of the city with a car yet, since I bought it. But that's mainly because the car has problems. Imagine going there to save him, and now I need saving because the car broke down. That would be disgusting. Let's see how much. What, bro? What do you mean? Two hours and 15 minutes with car. Holy shit. So you mean I need to drive 4 to 5 hours, bro? Going there, taking them, and coming back. That city is next to my ass, and you tell me that it's that far away. Like, you look at the map, it's literally next to my ass, and you're telling me 2 hours drive. You have to be fucking kidding me, bro. It's crazy. Holy shit. Well, that's a lot. So, you have any questions for today?
No. So for the homework, still need to like try to do like 10 big circles.
Yes, this will be the goal. Once you can do the big one, the small donut will be very easy. You're getting slowly, we're getting the big one. We don't have to fully master it. We'll see how it goes next session, which will be, I have no idea when, but like if at the beginning of the month you're starting to get the donut down, at least some part of it, with steering, I can maybe compromise a little bit, and like, so you can we can start putting some more practice down with these turbo cars because they'll need a lot of theory and a lot of understanding as well.
Because I mean, like for like real drift training, I guess it would be probably like a small figure eight, something like that. No, not like really.
I think I have very very good cars. They might be a bit too much power. There's a fella that recommended me one proximitor car pack. They might be a bit too much power, but honestly, it's just they act based on videos and everything, whatever. They just act exactly as a goddamn real car. Like on what I've seen, that there's like some people that go to events to drift in real life, whatever, and they try them, and they're like, if you can drive this car, like you can drive a real car. So I think I might just put you on them, to be honest.
Okay.
I can send you the car pack, whatever. So they seem good. And the good news is there's the E30. It's just modified with turbo and stuff. So you don't have to change your visuals. That's big. You might think this is not a big factor, but it is. Changing to a new car, now don't know the spacing, the stuff, and that. It's a big factor. Believe it or not. So I think, you know what? Maybe from next session, just do your best. See how much you can push, learn, even also try merging and stay on the tight one, on the middle one, while you also do the big one. Push as much as you can this week to smash the donut as much as possible. We'll do a little introduction next time with modulations, and we'll go to these cars. Because I want to make sure that when you go to this real life academy, whatever, to drift there with the real car, you're ready. At least to have some understanding, because they'll push you to the modulations. There's no other way. I've seen how the people teach on these academies. They teach you the steering and throttle right off the bat. They don't want to like break the details down of like the steer and the stuff and this and that. So I don't want you to like get overwhelmed with information. I'd rather have like when you go there, like everything gets familiar to you. Oh shit, we've already done this, we've done that. Like rather than bothering, and you can just have fun and enjoy the time rather than bothering your brain to learn new stuff as much. You will learn a lot, but I'm saying that at least it's not something that will not be familiar. Because when something is familiar, you tend to learn way faster.
Okay.
So now I'll have to bail out, take a little break, and there's another session coming in soon. So
okay. Yeah.
If you need
thanks for the time.
If you need any help, Tony, the coaching chat is there, or you could send me a DM and I can send you maybe something. If you need any exercise, whatever, or you get lost with something, you could always send a clip or something. So the coaching chat is there, or you could just hit me up.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, brother. See you then. Enjoy your Saturday.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now, let's stop this shit. Boom. So, somebody was asking, let me see. Wait, let me bring the chat here. So, send it. How are you guys doing? So, if you guys are still here, no. I put with max speeds and it feels short anyway. Depends. Did you increase the gear ratio? Like, how do you increase it? Like, what is the gear ratio now? I mean, look, the goal with this car, Juris, is not to bash don't stay 100% throttle. Like, you need to modulate with this car. There are cars that there's no other way. Like, they rev high. They rev, like, it has turbo, it revs quick, whatever. But, like, you will be on the limiter. There's no other way. So, you gotta modulate around it. But I noticed that if I put 120 kilometers on second gear, like, and I do modulations, you barely hear the limiter. If you drive it correctly. So, Goshu Chernia. So, Dancho, I don't know. I can. We'll see. I don't think I'll have time, bro. If I have to go. We'll see if I have to go out of the city, whatever, and bring these guys, and if we manage to come home in time and stuff. Like, as far as I heard, the road to this city is very shitty, so I might bust out the car. I hope I'm just not gonna be left out the road. So the reason why I never left Varna with the Mercedes is because the Mercedes fucking busted, bro. Suspension is shit. So as far as I heard, the road, I'm gonna make some calls and see if the road is good to Burgas for Varna. So I don't want to get like the car completely fucked. Potentially having to, you know, do whatever. So yeah, basically. Now we'll go take a little break, guys. I'm gonna actually put to make more tea. And I apologize, I don't have voice. My throat is fucked. Yesterday was crazy windy, and I was not dressed well because I don't know. I do cold showers. I do a lot of stuff, and usually when it's cold outside, for me it's not that cold. But the in 10 minutes there's another session coming in. Don't worry. So next person will be, where's Alex? Alex. Ah, there you go. So next is Alex. Don't worry, Coolio, it's not over. I just need to put one more tea. We'll make one tea. I'll take some fresh bread outside, and we continue with next guy. So we're waiting for Alex to show up. Oh, hello, hello. How you guys doing? Yes, bro, I have a tip. So don't worry, help you out. I see that. I think dog has to go before to the bathroom. No worries, bro. So let me make a call, see some things how we're going, and we'll begin in a few minutes, guys. Отидем там до... Абе, то, не знам, на център е скучно малко, човек. Мога да се разходим, аз ме ми се разхожда, принцип мога да отидем на крайбрежната алея или по-скоро там на Аспарухово има едно местенце. И...
Добре, само да сме горе-долу в окръг там, в ерията на летището, да не такова, да не изтървим и то с полет.
няма, то ще се върнем, няма проблем.
Да. И да, иначе брат 7:30, 8 без нещо, съм някъде във Варна, ще се обаря като наближавам и ще му кажа на Търтия, примерно някакъв детор да направи, да не ме кара директно на летището, да ми кажеш там някакъв квартал, някакъв координати, направо да му докара с това приятелче до теб. Да не се разкарваш някъде да насрещаш, примерно. Както кажеш, да.
Ще се организираме, няма проблем.
Добре.
Хубаво. Добре, Венко.
Добре.
Ай.
Добре тогава. Добре, айде.
Alright. Who's here? You guys alive? I'm waiting for Alex. Let me check my tea. Actually, the goddamn tea might burn out. 1 second. Ah, I think it just showed. There you go. I'm gonna grab my tea, and I think we're ready. Alrighty. So, hello, and we're getting started. So, let me check the stream real quick. If you have quick tip. So, здравей, Netko. I am. You guys are here. Good. Okay, let's see. So,
Hey, morning.
hello. I'm gonna send you a link in case you don't have it in favorites, or maybe the IP changed something. Let me know when you hop in.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, I'm jumping in. How's your day? How are you doing?
Yeah, good. How about you?
A bit shitty day, but we're patching it up. We're good. Some teas and stuff. It's always good. It's the mindset, you know. It could be worse. I could be dead. You could be dead. Something else. So, as long as we're alive, it's good, right? Oh, you're doing U-turn.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what I see what you did there. Tracker turn. I had to put some eggs in because usually it's always like this. The day starts, coaching start, and yesterday I only had one meal. Like it just don't eat through the whole day of coaching. So I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna put some eggs in. Hopefully I won't forget them. I don't want them to burn, but at least we'll have some food.
Don't burn down the house.
When you're ready, I'm watching you.
Okay.
Good? You loaded up the tune, right?
Yeah, pretty sure this is the
If you see on the app saying like on the tires, if you have the tires open, if it says SV, the street vintage, that means you have the tune.
How do you look at the tires?
Through the if you open the settings on my app, you see show tires info, and it will tell you the name of the tires. I will show you. Wait, I'm sharing screen. Then you enable the tires. You see it says SV, or if you use this, I can move it, but I think I can't because it's locked in. Yeah, It will tell there's always letters telling you what type of tires you're running. This.
Oh yeah, I'm on Street 90s SB.
Oh yeah, okay. That means you loaded it up. All right. What I want from you is once you go ahead, like you do multiple donuts, whatever that we'll begin with now, you warm up the tires. I want you to just measure, Alex. What little you go next to the turning zone, you do as little pokes as possible. And that will be when you have the right angle, that will just maintain it for you. So you can just chill.
Okay.
Right the moment the wheel stops in your hands and you catch the angle, you start making rotation. Once you go up to high on the gas, just hold it and focus on the steering. Lock the
Okay.
gas up. Lock up the gas, Alex. Otherwise, you'll never be able to focus on the steering. Even though you fly off the track, even though anything will happen, doesn't matter. It's the muscle memory that you gotta. Nothing bad is gonna happen. You're in the game at the moment, but this is the fastest way you're gonna push your steering skill. When you initiate with a bit bigger angle, you'll be fine, and then you just nice and little pokes you do to the left. This is not gonna work when you turn on the wheel lock. Like anything, there is too much turning. Okay. Left off. Okay, slowly steer, slowly. Little pokes, pokes, pokes. Again. You don't hold on the left. You only go there and you bail out immediately. If you hold, you're constantly adding basically angle that you're gonna gain, like rotation. Hi, Fabio. Let me check my eggs real quick. Let me see how it goes. Good. Slowly steer. Don't worry, you can merge back in. Again, go next to the turning zone. There you go. Now, little by little. Poke, poke, poke. Quick little adjustments. You go next to the... What you want to find is you want to fill out that turning point. The moment you get to it, you just little by little by little by little, you could quickly just poke it a little bit. You know, you turn and bail out, turn and bail out, turn and bail out. It's like you're touching it just to get that little turn in. Constantly getting the car to turn. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
And that's how you just maintain the same angle. So I'll explain a bit more. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Good. Slowly. Little pokes. And again, a little. I don't want you going counter steering back too much. I want you to stay next to the turning zone, like just like non-stop poke it, like pa 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 10 degrees. Think 10 degrees. But right now you're doing too much. So, wait, let me share with you. Maybe I'll share this screen. If you can see. So use the OBS because it's using the camera. You see now? So here's the drill. So watch. See the wheel?
Yep.
Now, let's say you're like 160, right? You initiate, boom, the wheel like flies one full spin into this side. Now you're maintaining. What you do now? Okay, you have the right angle right off the bat when you initiate it, whatever, you're on 80, you have the angle, just measure. How are you gonna do these measurements? What I mean by measure is you're gonna just touch the turning. Let's say when you turn to this section, to this point, the car starts rotating the slightest bit, and then you keep adding like a little bit, like you poke that little rotation here that you know, okay, this turns me a little bit. Okay, you know it's not enough, but what if you do this? You keep non-stop poking it, like you stabilize a little, poke, turn a little bit, stabilize, turn, stabilize, turn. You do this, left stabilize, turn stabilize, turn stabilize, turn stabilize, turn stabilize. You don't have to non-stop like do this too much and then like this. Like what you're doing is like you cut, you don't measure twice and you cut once. So you don't know how much you're gonna turn here. You turn too much and then you go back to counter steer. Then you have to turn all the way back. And that's just not efficient. So not only you have to travel big distance, but yeah, it's bullshit. So if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So don't be afraid to stay next to the turning zone, even in the turning zone. When you're ready, Alex. You don't have to wait for me, bro. Just you can keep going. I tell you, I'm an absolute idiot, bro. Oh. I'm thinking, why are the eggs not cooking? Like, they cooked a little bit, then I realized that I forgot to turn on the fucking furnace. Now, a little bit. Go to turning point. You gotta stabilize, because the yanking zone, they're not gonna get you anywhere. Okay, start a little bit. Pa, stay there, next to it. Pa again, little bit. Why? I know it's gonna be too much, but I want you to know what is too much. How frequently when you poke it is too much. Make sense? So look how easy is this. You can always measure and see like, okay, I'm rotating, but like where the car is going, right? So I want you to constantly gain information. So what I'm doing with the modulations of the throttle is I'm constantly gaining information. What is the grip? What is the angle? Like, want to do anything? Now, in order for you to progress from here, because like everybody is at this point, some have like little progress further. Everybody's stuck at this place. Is what I want from you is now the following. I'll have to maybe, I'm not sure if I'm sharing still. Yeah, I'm sharing. So you're watching?
Yep.
Okay. Let's discuss this again. You're inside the car. Now, do you see the black skid marks?
Yeah.
Where they are. So you have this big black circle. That's what BBC stands for. Okay?
Yep.
So we're not gonna have this conversation. What is it about? It's big black circle. So now, what's the drill? When you go in drift, Alex, and if let's say you want to do the biggest circle, like I want you to always focus on the front looking this direction. You're not gonna be like with max angle where you're gonna look straight to this donut here. I want you the front to be like this, at least like pointing right next to maybe this donut, but always the front next to the white part of the asphalt. What is gonna tell you is that, okay, if the front is in place, that means the back is in place. So that means you continuously ride over the black donut. So here is the drill. You might know how to drive, which happens to a lot of people, but when you don't know where you're at, like when you need to turn, when you need to adjust the angle, what happens with the angle, then when you have no information of what's going on, then you have no idea when to react. So you might actually know exactly how to do the inputs, how to execute all the techniques, whatever, but when you have no information, you're fucked. So it's same when you go to competition tracks. There are some initiation lines where you drive up on a ridge and then I don't see the initiation line. So what you do, I make a visual cues. So these visual cues give you information and make you ready. And let's say they're next to the initiation line, next to the bridge, like this ridge, sorry, that I pass. I know the initiation line is right on top of that ridge and like where you barely see it. You have no time to react. Oh shit, I need to initiate. Then I always look at this light pole. Am I getting close to the light pole? Let's say the light pole is next to the initiation line. Oh, I prepare to initiate. You know what I mean? So when you don't have visual and you don't know when you're getting close to this initiation line, whatever, then you make up your own visuals. Like here, make up your own visuals. This part, usually you don't go here, so it's more white. There's still some like skid marks over it, whatever, but you can notice the white part of the clean part of the asphalt. So make sure the front of the car is looking there and is next to it, or like right next to it where you see mainly the white part of the asphalt. That means the front tires are about here on the edge. And then that means the back of the car is here. So you're good. So what you need to look for is this part, the front of the car, pointing here, the white part of the asphalt. And then you also be able to see the skid marks and everything going under the side window, like basically going under the car and to the back of the car. So you know you're in the good place. And then when you know you're in place and you know you're good, what you gotta do is just measure out the rotation. You can fully focus now on just maintaining. Does this make sense? So in a nutshell, you know how to be gentle with the car, you know how to do this and that, but what the problem now is you don't know when to turn and how much to turn, because you don't know how much the car may be shallowed up on you. So how you track the angle is tracking the front of the car where it's looking constantly. It's like pa 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 pa. Make sense? So when you have the visual information, that tells you how much and when to execute stuff. Now you know, and you're not like a donkey without head. Like, because a blind donkey, even if he knows a lot, can't do jack crap. That's it. So go again, don't worry. So, Muhammad says Fata. What does that mean, bro? Dylan, hi everyone. Hi Dylan, how are you doing? Hope your day is great. Oh, let me change the camera. Boom. Okay. There you go. Slowly. Oh, you should not stop turning. When you see the car, just keep slowly turning until you see the car is where you want it. You counter steer too fast. Alex, act slow. You counter steer too fast, the car is going to straighten out on you. So how you react is how the car is going to react on you. You want things to happen nice and slow, so you have time to react, just go slow. Relax. Okay? Don't worry, it's all good. The problem was you held on the counter steer. You should immediately start to steer. Don't worry, get control back. Nice and slow. Yes, don't counter steer too fast, otherwise it's gonna straighten, snap on you. If you counter steer fast, it's gonna snap on you. Nice and easy. Sorry if you can hear this one, it's running. Measure. Get close to the turning zone, not as, and just poke it. You see, because that's why. Because if you go too far away, you have no time. Well, like just now, you gotta start going back, and then like to get it to turn. That's why stay close to the turning zone always, Alex, and stabilize the car there. You'll find that you can do it, but you have to. Yes, stay close to the turning zone. Get out of the grass. I think we can do something funny later. That might work. Whoa. Perfect. Exactly there. Don't counter steer too much. Good. Nice and slow. Stay there and just poke it. Turn a little bit. Yes, measure it out. When you see the slightest bit of rotation, you see the problem here was not that you turn a little bit too much. The problem was that you counter steer too much, Alex. Because the more you go to counter steer, the more you straighten out the car. The car's goal is not to stay sideways. It's always fighting you to straighten out. So I want you to realize where the problem is that you don't trust the car. The moment you see the car rotating too much, it's like you panic. This fear has built over time that because of the spin outs. I want you to build more trust. Nothing bad's gonna happen. If you over-rotate a little bit and you gain to a bit bigger angle, don't worry, you'll go tighter. You'll merge back in the big one. It's all good. Just don't counter steer too much. Now return a little bit. See, nothing bad. What bad is gonna happen? You're just gonna go next to the tight circle, and next time you know exactly, like, because you need to find the limit. You need to know how fast to counter steer, how slow, and you need to run through all these scenarios. And this builds pattern in your brain, visual and also by muscle memory, what you feel. When we build all these patterns, you know exactly how to handle these situations. Here the initiation screwed you over, I have to be honest. Today, if you have time, watching this live to learn from Tony's session and from your session back will be very helpful. You'll see exactly what Tony is doing. He does have problems as well. He can't keep the big donuts consistently, but he's starting slowly. Because he started slowly to engrave these pokes, but now he's having other problems. And you're going the same route, Alex. The same goddamn route. It's not fun, but it's rewarding. Right off the bat, you gotta start turning, Alex. Once you initiate, the moment the wheel stops in your hands, wheel starts going left. No waiting. If you wait, then somebody's gonna steal the candles. What I like now is that you went a little bit and you saw that was turning the car the slightest bit. What you needed is, okay, I need to turn a little bit more. The car is still too shallow. You could have just pushed a little bit in. Nice and slow. That's the goal. When you go slow, you have time to react. You see if the car is turning too much. And you can go back slow, dial it back. Don't counter, all the counter steer screwed you over. Now, nice and easy, close the turning zone a little bit, boom. A little bit back. And back. You could do it once. Look, you could do these steering wheel modulations, if you want to call it, quick. Once you find, like, okay, this gives me a little bit of rotation. It's like left, right, left, right, left, right. No pause. Don't pause. Just wiggle it. And now, a little wiggle and back, a little wiggle and back. Once you need to fix yourself, you could do this big slow turn, and now hold it. Now, wiggle. Left, and left a little bit, and again, go back and left. Don't listen to the car. If you listen to the car's goal is to straighten you out, so the car will tell you to counter steer all the way. But your goal and the car's goal, They only reach a certain direction and they split on a crossroad. So when the car wants, you want to stabilize the car for a moment while the car wants to stabilize fully so it can straighten out. Exactly like this. A little bit left and don't go fully right. No, not fully right, because you won't have that. You see how it's straightened out on you? Now you go wide. That's what I mean. The car is lying to you. The car has a different goal. Don't listen. Don't counter steer all the way, fully. Only when in trouble. See? What bad happened? The car just kept rotating. And then, it's all about balance. A little bit stabilization, a little bit rotation. A little bit stabilization, a little bit rotation. And also, shortening this distance that you have to travel with the wheel. So you're always there in the sweet spot. Now you're thinking too much about the maintaining. You're screwing over the initiation.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. Now control. A little bit. And left. And left again. Don't worry, you could loop it. Loop it. Yes. Again left. Left. A little bit. And a poke it. Again. Poke it. Okay. Stabilize. Poke it again. But we're still doing two big movements, Alex. Now, see when you don't counter, see that's the sweet spot. Oh no, that counter steer killed it. You gotta stay there. Like you need to turn a little bit more from there. That's, you see how the car stood stable in that angle. It was not getting it was not getting rotation, but was staying stable. So now how you can abuse this is that's exactly where you need to go back to as maximum. And then you go a little bit deeper. That gives you a little rotation. Then you go back to where it's like neutral. That's almost like we can call this the neutral spot. It doesn't gain, you don't gain, and you don't spin out. So that's enough to stabilize the car. Not fully. Yes. Oh, not big one. Get close. Get in the neutral zone. There. Now poke it a little bit and don't go too much. Yes, that's okay. Get turn. and turn again constantly. Alex, constant turning, constant turning. If you can do a little bit. So if you're gonna do a little bit, just increase the rhythm, increase the tempo. It's like pa, 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 like left and left and left and left. You could do little, nice and easy, nice and smooth, but more frequent. So what's the logic? Rather than doing late and big yanks and jabs, you could do small but frequent. Frequencies, big deal. The reason why I want you to do it so fast, because I want you to measure. Okay. Yes! I like how you didn't counter steer all the way. Just like halfway, boom, you stopped. That was good. Wanna try something that might help?
Okay.
You see, do you see the light pole in the far right? If you can turn the car a little bit to the right. Turn to the right, go through the grass. In the far distance next to this Kuno Simulazione cat. The last light pole. Go right. The last one. In the grass. Now you're gonna have some fun. Now you're gonna do donut around this bullshit light pole with the tires. You beat this. Remember, the grass is like ice. So here you need probably like 20. 20 troll. Whatever. You beat this. You beat the asphalt. Too late. Let it slide through your hands. So that as the car lost grip on the rear, the wheel is sliding at the same time. Yes, like this. Because when you do this stupid initiation where you let the wheel go and you have to catch it, it's never gonna work. It's just never gonna work. Hold on the throttle to 20 and just steer yourself. Unwind the wheel a little bit during the wheel lock. Or just clutch kick it. That's the only way. You can beat this. This is the easy way. You'll beat the asphalt. Here you have to hold on 20. And just use the wheel. Counter, counter, counter early. Yes, hold 20, steer yourself. Maybe, I don't know, I don't know exactly what you gotta hold here, maybe 30, not sure. But just something that's good enough. When you gotta be very precise with the wheel movements. Getting punished right off the bat. Okay, slowly with the steering wheel now. Good, it's turning again a little bit. Give it a little bit again. Hold the throttle on 40, little bit again. Okay, stabilize. Wait, turn. It's straightened out on you. Everything happens in slow motion. That's why this will help you to understand what's going on. It happens in slow motion. You see when you make a mistake, what happens? Now car's all rotating. Good, you stabilize it. You need to bail out immediately out of the counter steer. As long as you bail out of the counter steer immediately and you don't hold, you're good. The only time you gotta hold is when it's like crazy angle gain, like this. And you gotta bail out. You wait a second, go out. There is nothing different here, Alex. You can do these circles consistently. It's the same shit. Just the throw is higher, and you have to do this twice faster. Makes sense? Because the asphalt is way more reactive, way more aggressive.
Yeah.
It's just on the asphalt, things go way faster. Way faster. So this is a good practice here with the slow motion shit. Yes, turn. Don't counter steer. It's a car, you don't have the angle. Look, the front of the car, Alex. You gotta keep the angle. Get big angle, keep it. Throws too low. You got at least 75. Modulations are only gonna get you in more trouble because you know what you gotta do with the steering, but when you add modulations, now whatever you apply with the steering is probably doubled or tripled. Okay, left, don't counter steer fully. Yes, stay there. That's the sweet spot. No, you're going out again. Yes, that's maximum counter steer I want you to do. Don't listen to the car to go all the way to the right. You gotta act. It's like, it's same as like don't listen to women for like advices of like finances and stuff. They tell you go all the way. I tell you don't go all the way. Okay. Good. Lock the foot down. Slow, very gently now. Steer a little bit. Don't go all the way. A little bit. A little bit. You see how you could just wiggle there a little bit and nothing happens. Wiggle there next to a turning point. Not all the way. Don't turn big, but you could just hold on that angle. That's like you find the exact edge, like the limit.
How much should my total steering degrees be? Because I have it on 900 here. When I do iRacing, it's on like 1080.
900 is perfect for the game. Just make sure that it's matching on the wheel base settings and in the game. Stay here. You see? You stay there next to the turning zone, constantly telling the car to turn a little bit, and you also keep it stable. Do you see how easy it is? Do you see how easy it is, Alex? Just trust me. Don't counter steer the fuck away. Just stay there. Find the sweet spot and just ride it. That's all. That's all, what I've been waiting for, that moment. When you get it in the sweet spot, ride it in. The moment the car slips, that wheel needs to move, Alex. It has to move through your hands.
Yeah.
Because if you block it, this is why this same problem is happening consistently, because like you're blocking the wheel. I know why this happens, because the grip racing is teaching you like to hold on to the wheel, but I don't want you to lock for your dear life on the wheel. You have to be so gentle, like the wheel just needs to make. Oh, that was perfect. Now stay there, gently, stay, and you can just poke it always. Don't make big movements. Stay there. Yes, and only little wiggle, Good. Left. Stay in the turn next to the turning zone. You have a long way to turn to. You can't be counter steering all the way. Don't counter steer all the way. Left. Now, very little bit. I want you to unwind very little. Don't listen to the car. Never trust the car. Trust your visuals. Not all the way. You want to just feel it out a little bit. Get closer to that snap point that you see, so the snap doesn't happen. Yes, stay there. And you unwind only a little bit. If you see everything's fine when you stay right on the turning zone, that's cool. You don't have to change anything or stabilize. The car's stable like that. Alex, the car is like women. Don't listen to what they tell you, listen to what they do. Basically, look what they do. So, the car tells you counter steer all the way. But that doesn't help you, because then it straightens you out. So you see again, bad advice. Women's advice is always shitty advice. Probably somebody who might be pissed on me if there's girls watching, but sorry, not sorry, that's the truth. Always shitty advice is from women, 90% of the times. Yes, you found the sweet spot. You had to turn left, not right. You needed left.
Yeah.
You don't listen to me, you listen to the women. Alex. Why you do me dirty?
Totally listening to you.
You do me dirty. Nice. Hey, your initiation's gotten better. You know what? Good. Left. Now we have to patch it up a little bit. You need it. It's good you went to the sweet spot, but that was not turning the car much. That was barely doing anything. So you needed to go a little bit. Very slow. But like, your last initiation is very good. Something snapped in you, bro. You started to do well. Maybe the dog is next to you giving you aura. Is the dog there?
No, she left.
Nah. Okay. Very good. A little bit too much, but don't worry, it's all good. Yes, nice and easy. Don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. Just loop it around. Don't worry. As it's looping, you could continue guide it. Nothing bad is gonna happen. You could steer as the car is like spinning out. Don't worry. The more you practice all these things, you can loop the car. Whatever that tells me, you understand how to steer the car, like slowly but surely. Steering could look. It's not just do steering. It consists of so many small details. You need to know how much it's like. Think of yesterday I drew a tree on paint to try and explain it. You have input, you have frequency, you have visual cues, because in order to know how much you need to input, you need to know visually what's going on. So you have, based on the visual cues, gaining information and what you feel through the wheel, you decide what input to do and how frequent to do it. There's a lot of shit going on with the steering. It's not just like, go and do a steering. You know, like, go steer the car. It's a lot. That's the way to turn. That's exactly, but you gotta catch it early. That's exactly the way you want to turn it in order to not get snapped. That's the correct way that you just did. You could go again.
Yeah, I gotta fight the natural inclination to want the car to straighten out.
I know why you do it, because like grip racing is like interfering, kind of like interfering with the, you know, what you're trying to do here. This makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, actually though, this has been helping with my car control in road racing.
They, even though racing doesn't correlate and help us much in drifting, there are still a lot of similar patterns that, you know, kind of step over each other and can be, it's just applied in a bit different way in drifting. So every motorsport help to improve, and drifting helps a lot, because like when you do grip racing, you lose control or anything happens, like you can feel the rear tires or like front tires, like when they just either you can sense it. You build this feeling of like when you're gonna understeer or when you're gonna oversteer. And once you're taking a corner and you feel like, oh crap, like you could just feel through the wheel how the rear is like almost slipping. So it teaches you a lot. Or when the car slips, you like immediately correct, like counter it. It helps a lot. It really helps a lot. Do you have any questions for me, Alex?
No, yeah, today was good. I just had a long week, so I was just kind of tired.
That's normal, bro. It's I've been here and there driving as well, very annoying. But then I guess I catch the cold or whatever. It's been so many years I haven't had a cold, whatever. But I guess it was my time. My nose running a little bit, and my throat is screwed over, but I'm fine. That's what I like. Hopefully, it's not gonna get worse by the end of the day. But my advice for you is the best homework I can recommend you is just rewatching the stream. You can see Tony is dealing with the same shit as you. He's slowly overcoming it. Now we're working towards you starting to overcome it, and you'll see the difference. He's like one, maximum two steps ahead of you. It's the same bullshit problems. And you could watch it once I end the stream. It will need like probably 10, 15, 20 minutes just to was it process the whole live and upload it in the live section on the channel, and you'll be able to rewatch it.
Sounds good, bro.
Okay, Alex. Then I'll catch you in the next session and keep practicing again. Don't forget the grass one. You can use that one as well to warm yourself up. Everything going slow motion, whatever that can help as well, bro.
Yeah, that did help. Yeah, thanks for showing me that.
This can help really if like you're just clicking in, you woke up, maybe it's a day off, whatever. Just you can go warm up a little bit there. Things happen slow, and then like you go in like to the real battle. So that will help out. Okay, Alex. Now wish you a great day, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, see you, Blagoy.
So guys, anybody has any questions from the stream? If you have any questions, shoot. I see you guys went quiet. Dylan, you're still here. What are you struggling with, Dylan? Tell me your struggles, guys, and I will try to help you out before I bail out. Какво те притеснява, Данчо? Стреляй. Да се сети да пише, бе, мама ви женски. Брат, те женски в Тиндър да слагат на игнора за цял ден, после пишат, не знам си какво. The only steering transition on the figure eight, which one? Mm. Bro, I wish it was good because I'm really fucked now. Otherwise, I would have plugged the wheel and see if how it was done. But whatever you can get down with practice with the steering wheel, it's all good. I'll tell you this though. When you do the transitions, let the transition happen naturally. Don't force it with the wheel. Set up the car with an angle where the wheel starts naturally coming in. The car naturally transitions. Don't force the transitions. Let them happen naturally. That's the goal with the steering wheel only. Um, there's some that you might have to force, but keep doing the figure eight with the modulations and the steering, and I think you'll be very very soon you'll be done with it. Because like honestly, I don't see the I look. I don't really care about the steering itself. The only reason I tell you to try it with the steering is just to get more experience. The more situations you go in, the more you learn. This is the point. Otherwise, I think we'll be going out of the figure eight very soon. There are a few things that you are you have to learn from the figure eight though. You are not that aggressive. By just steering yourself. That's how you're gonna succeed. Mm. Mm. So, well, the simple it's very simple, bro. How are you gonna do it? You steer yourself. Okay, let me go quickly, guys, because I really want to shut down the stream. I'll 1 second. I'll show you. It's just I feel shitty, bro, when my throat is off and this is off. It's you know, it's not fun to catch a cold. So, why is it nighttime? All right, F7. So, your problem is, look, you start off here, whoop, steer yourself, steer yourself, steer yourself. You get the car to the biggest angle possible. And wait, hold. Then the car will want to naturally transition. Then naturally transitions, bam. You ride it and you steer yourself. You come to here, hold on the wheel, let it naturally transition again. It's the same shit. The goal is letting the car transition. Yes, you can delay it a little bit with the turn here and turn there, but that's it. So that's that, bro. Now, guys, I'll have to bail out because I have a cold, so it's not very pleasant. There's no more coaching sessions, and I need to see what's gonna happen with my friends that will come from another city with the airport. If I'm needed, if I need to drive somewhere, if I need to solve something, and so on. Така че, Данчо, нетко, за сега ви оставам. И отивам си пия чая и ще гледам да видя какво ще се случва с тези приятели, дето са си изтървали там някакъв бус. И дали трябва да бия път до Бургас или не знам си аз вече какво ще става. Въпреки че Мерцедеса, не знам дали ще му издържи съспеншъна за Бургас. Мога да остана на пътя. Ще видим. Така. Всичко добро, момчета. Guys, wish you the best. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Make sure to watch the live.